Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Let's Talk But No Politics Okay. This week, I'm not doing any history review. I'm peering, I guess you could say, history, and I'll be looking at 80s cartoons. I got a lovely list here. It's a tier maker. And I'm going to be tiering them. S is the best, A, B, C, D, E, and never seen. So, without further ado, I only have a short time to do this, and there is if you're watching the video, there is a lot of cartoons. I may put a couple in never seen, but I'll try and get everyone that I can in there. So this first one, this Maxie's, I'm just gonna put as never seen. And here we go. Here we go. Care Bears. Where do I want to place Care Bears? I'm gonna put Care Bears in the B tier just because it was something I watched, but it's not something that I'm gonna carry with me forever. So it's kind of like a B tier. I do have nostalgia for the Care Bears, but not as big as what I would say for most people. All right, the real Ghostbusters. Anybody knows me, this is the easy one. This is S tier. This is probably easily my favorite cartoon of all of 80s cartoons, just because the storylines are still amazing today. It still holds up perfectly. I absolutely love the real Ghostbusters and the toys. The toys were amazing too. Silverhawks. I'm going to put in the A tier. Awesome opening. Didn't last as long. Good toys, good storylines, but nothing memorable. But something that still sticks out in my head today. Love Silverhawks. Tag Academy. I'm going to put that as an E. This was just simply, hey, hot toy. I know most of the 80s was like that. This is just, hey, hot toy. Let's try and sell it. Let's do it and get it done. I'm not even sure what this one is, so I'm just going to put it in the never seen. Gem. I'm going to put it in the E. It doesn't mean much to me, but I know what it means. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put it in D, and I know what it means, and it means something big. So, and it probably touched a lot of other people. So I'm going to put it in the D category. Centurions. I'm going to put it in the A category as well. It was a cool show, just the way that they could get the power ups and everything else. But it wasn't anything that stands out in my head where I can remember storylines or anything like that. So, and that's where I'm putting it in the A. This Uber, never watched that. RoboCop. I'm gonna put that in a D. I did watch it, but I didn't think it was all that great. So it wasn't anything special for me. It was RoboCop. I liked the TV show better than I did the cartoon. So, and as you can see if you're watching the video, there's a lot to go through. So I'm just gonna kind of go through the ones that I did see. Maybe we'll see what's going on. Punky Brewster cartoon. I'll get that into a D as well. Good, but not great. Spin-off of the TV show. I actually prefer the TV show better. Uh, Galantar. That's going to be in the never seen. Garfield and Friends. Going to A. Garfield and Friends is absolutely amazing. Loved it as a kid. Still do today. Garfield is a classic. Mm, My Pet Monster. Going E. It was there, but it wasn't anything special. Thundar the Barbarian. I'm going B tier for this one because I watched this. This wasn't anything I watched on Saturday mornings or anything, but it was something that I mostly watched when I was younger, and it was great. And well, it gave you a nice He-Man feel as well. And here we go with Heathcliff. Like I said, I'm going real quick here. Heathcliff is going to be C tier. Not so much Garfield, but great as it is. Heathcliff was awesome. Great theme song and everything else as well. Muppet Babies. I'm going to put it in A tier here for now, but this is going S tier. S tier all the way. Muppet Babies is amazing. I can remember storylines, everything else, open to the imagination. Great, great cartoon. Loved it. Beetlejuice, C tier, something I watched after school. Nothing too great, but C tier as well. Mask. I'm going to put Mask in A. A more, remember, theme song made it up here as well with that. And the toy line. I am going to put toy lines into play as well. That's why I give Gem a D, because I would have gave her an E. And I did see a couple episodes, I'm not going to lie. Thundercats. That is, oh, this is killing me. I'm going to say S tier. This is my own personal tiering, so I'm going to say S tier. Really great. Really great cartoon with everything that goes along with it between Lion-O and everything else. I love the Thundercats. And you can catch it on Hulu right now. Defenders of the Earth, I don't ever remember watching that. So that's going to go into the never seen. Not even sure what this is. A Paddington Bear. Go E. Nothing really stands out. Zelda. I'm going to put that in the C because that was with the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. And that in itself was great as well. So that is something that is pretty special to see a cartoon come to, or a video game come to life in a cartoon. So I always hold that Super Mario Brothers Super Show or anything like that in deep into my heart. Ewok. I'm gonna put that as a C. Something I don't really remember. I think my older brother mostly watched it, but I still got to give it a Star Wars credit. The Littles, E. Couldn't stand them. I don't even want to talk about them. I don't know what it was. It was just a filler show for me. Nothing special. Nothing special at all. Rainbow Bright. Rainbow Bright. This might shock some people, but I'm going to put Rainbow Bright into an A tier. Rainbow Bright was something cool. It was very cool. I don't remember storylines or anything like that too much, but I do remember it being a great show. So I'm going to put it there. The Elf cartoon series, something that I have fond memories for, but I like the TV show more. So I'm going to B tier that because it was good, but like I said, it was more filler as well. I'm going to skip over the ones that I'm not really too sure. Popples. I liked Popples. You know, they were cool. You flip them and everything else, but nothing stupendous. Nothing great about Popples cartoon that I can remember. Captain N, the Game Master. Oh, definitely A tier. Once again, another video game come to life, even though they didn't say it was Nintendo, but it was implied. So when something's implied, I'm still gonna rock with it. Mega Man, King Hippo, Simon Belmont. Great cast of characters. Hey. Shira, the original one. See, I didn't really watch it as a kid. It was there. There's a lot of cartoons that I remember were just there. And that's where I wanted to try it. Here are the ones that are just there to the ones that I can really hold on to. Shira, definitely good, meant something, but it was a girl. It was a girl. I was a little boy. I didn't want to do that. It was not anything stupendous. So that's why they're going into a C. Right. Let's see what else we got that I can remember. I can do Alvin and the Chipmunks. And yeah, let's do it. That's a C. Something I watched. It was good. It was on. It was cool. That was about it. Robotech. I don't remember too many plot lines, but I'm gonna put it as a B tier because I remember it as a kid and I remember how awesome it was. The whole concept with the changing of the airplanes and everything else and the robots, that was really awesome. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Where would I be in this world without Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? And you are going to get into the S tier, my friend, because you have turtle power, and then there's turtles, and you are turtles in a half shell. Did a little Yoda backwards thing there. So that it's the Ninja Turtles. Do I really have to say more than the Ninja Turtles? It was a phenomenon. I had Ninja Turtle pants. I don't think I've ever had pants for anybody else but the Ninja Turtles. Dino Saucers, B tier. Great cartoon, brings back some great nostalgia memories. Whenever I see it, is awesome. I was more of a Dino Saucer guy than a Dino Rider, so that's why Dino Saucers is so awesome to me, and really never had a cool toy line or anything like that as well. Teddy Ruxpin cartoon, going A. Teddy Ruxpin, great cartoon. Loved Teddy Ruxpin growing up. Had it, popping a tape, tell me a story. Yes, people abuse the Teddy Ruxpin for what it was, but that's just how it is. Let's see what else we got. I'm just trying to pick through my favorite right now because we are pretty much at the halfway point. He-Man, or yeah, we'll go He-Man. He-Man is definitely, I'm going to drop him here. He is not a C tier. He-Man is an A tier all the way. No matter what, He-Man was there, constantly there. He's super huge throughout from all through the 80s, from a good 5 year span. He was like the Ninja Turtles. He was everything else. He was absolutely amazing. He-Man, you get the A tier. In humanoids, I'm going to put C tier because I remember mostly playing with the toys. I remember a little bit of the cartoon and getting freaked out by it constantly. But that is something that I remember, and it was awesome, and I still remember it today. I'm just kind of picking and choosing here, so don't, if you're watching on the video, be like, hey, you missed that, you missed that. I'm just trying to go through. GI Joe, flop it and see for now, but it's gonna go right to S tier. GI Joe, surreal American hero, greatest, probably greatest toy line ever, greatest everything ever. Stories, movie, everything else, super, super awesome. I love GI Joe. Okay, what else do we got? Here we go. Here's another easy S tier as well. Just moving it up one. S tier right here is Transformers. Transformers is easily an S tier cartoon, no matter what the decade, no matter what the time is. Transformers in a whole, in an overall way is absolutely amazing. You gotta love Transformers, and I still do. Optimus Prime is still a personal hero of mine. If you ever listened to the childhood death one that me and Chris Chavez did, Chris Chavez from History Creeps, you could check that out on the BICP Radio Network archives, or once again, iTunes or Apple Podcasts or Spotify. We did that, and I expressed my deepest sincerity of when Optimus Prime passed. Still gets me to this day. Very, 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 very gets me. All right, so let's go. Let's go. Pound puppies. Pound puppies. I'm putting in a C. Love pound puppies, but it was not. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put that in a B because it was memorable. The underground layer type thing as well. I really, really enjoyed uh, Pound Puppies. Pound Puppies was great. I think I might be able to get through all these. I'm really hoping for. Let's see what else we got. Brave Star. Brave Star, I'm going to C tier this, even though my mom might get upset if you listen to that episode. Uh, excuse me. Is was a great cartoon. It was Filmation's kind of last ditch effort to make something of themselves after the downfall of He-Man and She-Ra and all those other ones. So they were like, "Hey, let's go with Brave Star. Very unique character. You know, horse transform. He had the power of spirit animals, and he was in space. He was a space cowboy, and that's great. It was, who wouldn't want to be a space cowboy? But I'm going to C tier him. Uh, DuckTales. DuckTales goes all the way to F here. This was my favorite Disney afternoon show. And I got to admit, there's a big deal about Darkwing Duck coming in. I did not like Darkwing Duck. They took Launchpad McQuack from me, from DuckTales. I'm a DuckTales guy all the way through and through. DuckTales is amazing. Theme songs, storylines, villains, characters, everything. That is why DuckTales is an S tier. So let's go with Chippendale Rescue Rangers. Remember, I'm just kind of Chippendale Rescue Rangers is A because it was my second favorite Disney show that afternoon hour. Great storyline. Another one with great villains. I don't think this got enough either with great villains. Great cast of characters. Monterey Jack with his cheese addiction and everything else. Just an awesome show. A good, pretty decent video game. Same thing with DuckTales. DuckTales had a pretty decent video game. Let's go. I'll make sure. All right. Uh, just gonna swirl around the mouse. Might make you sick. I'm sorry. Uh, Teen Wolf. I know I've seen it, but I don't remember it enough to tier it. So I'm not gonna disrespect cartoons that I don't remember enough to tier it per se. Voltron. Now this is I'm torn on Voltron. Do I go S? When I did A. Oops. Um, how much does Voltron mean to me? I think I'm gonna go Voltron. What do you think? I'm gonna go S. He's the defender of the universe. Voltron is amazing. What put me over that one is the whole montage scene of even them getting into the Lions and then also them forming Voltron is absolutely amazing. And Peter Cullen does the intro to uh, Voltron, so that got me too as well. Pup named Scooby Doo. B. I actually prefer a pup named Scooby Doo over Scooby Doo. Just to the fact that I think it's a little bit more silly. I would prefer the animation better. I put it in a B because it was I think it was short lived. I don't think it was like most cartoons then. And it doesn't real. You know what? No, it needs to be in a B. Definitely a B. It wasn't like awesome favorite, but it's something that I do if I see it on, I will watch it. And I get excited if it's on Netflix or anything like that. So that's something cool as well. Here we go. Dino Riders E. I don't know why. I never liked Dino Riders. I like Dino Saucers. So easily an E for me. Smurfs. C. C tier. Um, I gotta give them credit for what they did. It's something I watched, something I enjoyed, but nothing I'm gonna go out of my way to watch. Was it Smurf and Awesome? No way in Smurf. No way in Smurf. So I got time for a couple more. Denver the Last Dinosaur. I'm gonna put C. It's great song, great everything as well. I love Denver the Last Dinosaur. He's your friend, and he's so much more. I would watch Denver the Dinosaur today, but I would not go out of my way to watch Denver the Dinosaur. Gummy Bears. I'm going to put that at C. I wanted to watch it more. Actually, you know what? That's a B because I wanted to watch it at more and I would get excited for free Disney weekend because I get to watch the Gummy Bears. And they were pretty amazing because I think they were on a Saturday, but there was other things I needed to watch on Saturday as well. So that is why I'm going to put them in the B tier. Something I wanted to watch more of, but never got a chance to. And I'm just going to leave this the way it is, even though there's some great classics down there Police Academy, Paw Paws, and everything else. So, a quick recap of what I got S tier cartoons: Real Ghostbusters, Muppet Babies, Thundercats, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, He Man and the Masters of the Universe, G.I. Joe, Transformers, DuckTales, and Voltron. All time favorites as a kid. Could not miss these cartoons. Could not miss any of them, or I'd be very upset. A tier: Silverhawks, Centurions, Garfield and Friends, Mask, Rainbow Bright, Captain N and the Game Master, Teddy Ruxpin, and Chippendale Rescue Rangers. Cartoons that I really enjoyed. I don't remember too many of the storylines, but were kind of under a must watch as well. And then we have B tier: Care Bears, Thundar the Barbarian, Elf, Robotech, Dino Saucers, Pound Puppies, Pup Named Scooby Doo, and Gummy Bears. Another one, stuff that I really enjoyed but don't quite remember. C tier: Heathcliff, Beetlejuice, Zelda, the Ewoks cartoon, She-Ra, Alvin and the Chipmunks, Inhumanoids, Brave Star, Smurfs, Denver the Last Dinosaur. D tier: Gem, Robocop, Funky Brewster. Not too much in D. E, Tag Academy, My Pet Monster, Paddington Bear, The Littles, Popples, and Dino Riders. Stuff I've never seen is this Maxine. There's some other one. Foofer, I think I might have remembered. Galliard, Defenders of Earth, and then whatever that Japanese one is, and Teen Wolf. But I think I might have seen that. Well, that is the tiering that I did. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. I was trying to do something a little bit different than the history review as well. I think I'm going to start switching off between the two as well. And remember, if you want to catch more Let's Talk But No Politics, okay, please, new episodes drop every Sunday on the BICP Radio Network, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify as well. And as always, we are brought to you by the BICP Radio Network, Helium Radio Network, and the Podcast Precinct. So thank you. Thank you so much. And if you like what you hear, please go to the Facebook page, give it a like, check out the videos on YouTube, playing retro games. I also post some of my other podcasts on there as well. So please go check that out. And always, good morning, good afternoon, and good night.